You know, Meta Knight's actually a pretty good character, though. He's got a lot of tools and great rushdown stuff. So it's always interesting when you see like a really good Meta Knight, because like he does all the same stuff as Brawl, like the same way, the same setups and everything. But it's just like you don't ever see it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the jewel rather than the Meta Knight stuff. Like people are like, whoa, he down here 3 times. Like no way. Like,
Or where you're gonna see a lot from Felton is when people are on edge. What he does is he immediately goes into Tornado, and you're going to see on his camera he's going to just mash his thumb against the B button, trying to get every single one of those 17 hits in.
17?
Yeah, apparently there's 17 hits in there, so he wants to mash and get every single one he can.
I think this is losers, right? Yeah, this is round 5.
Yep.
Hello, person who said hi to me on stream. Alright, and we're off.
Startersville.
No start NATO from that, but let's see how this goes. I think a lot of this is going to be our first grab right here. Yeah,
Yep.
it's really going to open up a hole for him to go in.
Felton's really good at following up his down throws into combos, finishing up with, of course, the classic up B, which you might see right now. There it is.
Wow, very close to the cheese, but not a kill, but still 55% is very dangerous against a character like Meta Knight. He can kill so early with that up B. Wow, Felton has so far not missed a single hit confirm on anything he shoots.
Oh, he got a little greedy with that forward smash. All right, just follows it up. We might be seeing some cape action a little bit. He likes to use that when we're about 100 plus. All right.
Yeah, but you're going to see
there it
some
is.
Interesting setups. I like how he went behind the shield to try and bait a rollout and then went back into it. But Dionysus is very smart, sitting in the shield, knowing Meta Knight can't kill with a grab. So as long as he sits in that shield, Meta Knight's not doing anything but racking more uses per second. That's very dangerous, floating up there like that. Meta Knight can jump and up you at any second.
Sometimes he might go for the neutral air low off the stage. That has some significant setback.
Oh yeah. Especially, not many people know this, last patch, neutral air got lag reduction on it actually.
Oh,
Hence
really?
a little bit sooner, both on landing and in the air. So it's a much better move to just kind of throw out there than like pick and choose.
Makes it a lot safer.
Up B, very smart from Dionysus with the down, the back air to interrupt that up B.
Here comes the game.
Dangerous side B, Meta Knights. Very nice location up there. Oh my god, Felton with the don't give a fuck down B.
Hey, we got kids on this one. I don't think we gotta
Don't
watch
give
that.
a frick down B. Goes all the way across stage for that kill. Does not care. Put himself in a dangerous position out there.
A lot of shield
Still
pressure. Oh my goodness, he's going in. Forward air.
Very, very nice forward air off the
I've been
platform.
a victim of so many Peach forward airs. I know that's one of Peach's greatest kill moves, by far. Alright, no tech follows up. Quadruple, quintuple. Oh, not quite.
Nice punish, though, from Dionysus. Oh, the extra 4%. Optimizing every punish. Dionysus.
Forward smash falls up dash tag.
This is, I feel like this matchup's a little polarized because at the lower percents, Meta Knight has so many guaranteed follow-ups, strings, and early kill options that just can dominate Peach. But as soon as she gets past that like 70% mark, it gets a lot more difficult to start following up on everything. See, he just hits her and then chases her off the ledge and stuff like that. So he loses the kill setup, so he's got to hit something completely raw once Peach gets to like, this kind of percent.
Where would you place Peach in the weight game?
In the
Is she about middle of the road?
See,
lighter?
it's difficult to really define kind of weights like that because weights have a lot to do with airspeed as well. And Peach is pretty floaty, so she dies a lot easier off the top, but she has very good horizontal speed, so it's a lot harder to kill her off the sides. In terms of just pure weight, I think she's in like the lower third of the cast. She's definitely not a heavier midweight by any means, but she's a little bit heavier than most of the lightweights.
What you just saw a little bit ago, Felton went for the right above the stage side beat. And you'll notice that can surprisingly be safe if you're trying to throw something out, or like the floats, he can just eat anything that comes through. And the landing leg is surprisingly a little bit more difficult to punish than you'd expect.
with an odd choice of moves. He's picking a lot of really risky moves. He's not necessarily in kill percentage, but he's got a lead he really wants to hold on to.
That was a well-spaced forward air.
It was very nice. Oh, the side B just barely kills him off the top. Yep, there's that Peach being a lightweight with 80% rage and 150%. Doesn't really matter. If you're lightweight, you're going to die.
Oh, great shield pressure.
Wow. Very nice naked jump. Wow, perfect. That wasn't a perfect shield. I can't believe that actually didn't hit him.
Dionysus trying to just keep his one stock lead, adding on bonus damage as much as he can. Well placed down smash. Not enough though. Besides forward air, what are Peach's kill options?
Oh, Peach actually has a lot. Up air, up tilt will both kill. Forward tilt will kill at a high enough percent. Of course, all her smash attacks. Down smash takes a little bit longer to kill. Up smash is probably her best, like mid to early percent, reliable kill move. But besides that, you're gonna see lots of nairs and forward airs, and then maybe like a up tilt or down tilt to try and get up tilt. Oh! Felton is ballsy with those side beats. He's just going straight at Dionysus onto the stage. Not any care in the world for his stock or what percent he's at.
I don't remember the last time Felton's tried to grab edge.
Hey, when you have 6 jumps or 5, I don't know how many. You don't really need the ledge as much. See, this matchup right here with Meta Knight with so much rage, any move can kill Peach right now. Back air, forward air, F smash, down smash, up smash, up B.
Oh, there goes. There's the mash and the kill.
Is that a custom NATO or is that just a knockback on stage?
No, he's going straight up 1-1-1-1.
Oh, I see. Wow.
The only custom I've seen Felton go was for a side B that you don't have control over its direction, but it can eat up pretty much any projectile you put at it.
Interesting. Well, Peach doesn't have a really strong projectile game, so it looks like he's opting to just stay with the vanilla setup for now.
Yep.
Yeah, the tornado does a ridiculous amount of percent if you hit them at the start of it, and then if you mash the entire time. It does something like, I think it's 21% if every hit connects. But if you start at the beginning, the way it works is that it'll always suck you in. So if you get hit by one of those nados, it can be a huge punish.
Like I said earlier, he is really mashing down on that B button to get every single one of those 17 hits in. It's ridiculous. Alright, looks like Dionysus is choosing to go towards Marth. Probably the only custom is going to be that lunging neutral B that makes him a little bit more viable.
So what is the custom that Dionysus is using? That's a shield breaker, correct?
His shield breaker now does a little bit more of a forward lunge.
Wow.
It doesn't really actually break shields as well anymore.
Ironic.
Yeah. You might just be seeing some aerial game usage out of that new neutral B, but
it doesn't dash as well in the air.
It does, not as much as it does on the ground, but hard counter.
This is a very interesting match right here. 2 sword characters kind of differs things up where you kind of get the priority trades. Now it's like both characters are trying to stay in that like close, like very short, but at the same time slightly mid-range away from each other. So we're gonna have much more of a spacey battle rather than a like an option picking battle.
You're probably going to see Felton try to get the kills off the top because Dreamland in the DLC is unlike Melee or PM where it has a high ceiling. The ceiling is much lower than any game it's ever been in before.
Oh, very close. Felton is very good at confirming those. You have to be very fast after the dash attack to try and hit that up B. And he's not getting the full hits out of it. So it also looks like he's using a custom up B as well. Do you know which that one is?
It looks. I've never seen that before, but it looks like it's sending him up at a different angle than normal. A little bit more top right as opposed to just straight up.
Very nice charge down smash to punish the made out that sidestep from Dionysus. Oh,
that must
SD?
have been a
No, no, just definitely a ledge cancel. He's just silent. Wow. So that's what that up B does. It looks like it has it's the, what's it called, crescent slash, I believe. It goes a little bit more forward, and it has the strong knockback across the entire thing, and no sour spot, rather than the up B, which is very strong initially, but weak later.
And Felton just putting the pressure on. He knows that his game is going to rely on how much he can make Dionysus worry with his offense right now.
What's different about this matchup versus the last one is that in this matchup, both characters have like 60-70% kill options if they can set it up. Whereas with Peach Meta Knight, you were looking more for that neutral game if you want to hit high percent you want to kill. But this, at 65, 61, either bad DI, a cheese something, maybe up air into something, can kill people really early. Like, Felton's pretty much at kill percent right now. You get hit by a strong smash or an up B right now. Which makes it much scarier for Meta Knight because he can't just recover always with his 5 jumps and lives to 150%. Oh. Felton going for baits with that forward smash right now. Nothing's really coming out. Rolls into the forward smash. Yeah, Felton was just a little bit too far in front of Dionysus to try and go for a forward roll like that. It was a decent option, but the spacing was a little bit off. He got punished.
Felton just to follow up.
Yeah, that's it's very rare miss for Felton. One of the first three confirms we've seen. Very nice forward smash, recognizes where he's going to land, gets down, gets the quick charge, kills very early off the side. We got ourselves another very real match here.
I'm surprised by how much landing leg Dionysus had on that. He had Meta Knight, has a bit of a leg on his forward smash, so it still got out. I was a little surprised. Felton going for a bit more dash attacks.
Very nice dash attack on that missed attack against questionable forward smashes from Dionysus.
Gotta watch out for just throwing him out. Quite punishable in this game.
Good move, no doubt, but at a low percent like this, it's really not worth the risk for throwing it out. He didn't get punished, but roll down smash. Shout out to Brawl. Another roll down smash. I like the use of down tilt there, trying to set up something. It looks like he's trying to set up the sour spot dash attack into something. Wow, that is a very nice combo for Dionysus. At the very tip of that up B.
Notice that this entire game there hasn't been much waiting. It's everyone going in immediately.
Very little defensive play, because both of these characters, because of their sword, are naturally like have that defensive aspect. But both of them are just kind of ignoring the spacing game and then really just rushing each other down over and over again. Like, look at this, constantly in each other's grab range, playing some sort of custom up B, snags Felton out of the fastball, and he dies about 110 going to game 3.
That's the first time I've ever seen that custom up B. So I think if I ever see a Marth, I'll have to watch out for that.
Hey, Spinner, was it game 3?
Survival! And we're going to be seeing a switch from Felton to his Mario.
I wonder how this is going to go for Felton. I haven't really seen him play a lot of Mario, but Mario is a very simple, very steady character, so he transfers a lot over from other characters.
I played Felton in some friendlies with his Mario. We have a lot of Marios back in Madison. Shout out to the Badger crew. And I can say that his Mario's legit. He's got of course, you're going to have that up tilt game. Looks like he's going with the fast fireball, which many Marios do. I don't think he goes with the wind cape, which is really interesting. The thing about the wind cape is, I mean, you have that ridiculous wind box. Oh, never mind, he's got it. The only downside of wind cape is there's a little bit more end leg at the end of the move.
See, now I'm seeing a lot of very good spacing from Felton in this matchup, but I'm thinking that he's starting to roll kind of a lot. And if it looks like Dionysus is starting to pick up on that because I'm seeing him getting punished on a lot of those naked rolls.
That's really interesting because I know that Felton is one that really depends on adapting to the other player. So this is a little bit more interesting for me to see someone else adapt to his style.
Wow. Now, Dionysus doesn't necessarily have the best execution as far as players go. Typically in his play, he's very intelligent in where he picks to land, what move he chooses to use, and such. So I'm seeing a lot of mental game go on between these two people. With one of them dashes and picks an option and pretty much puts it at 50-50. Back and forth, just over and over. That dash, you can just tell he's not ready for it.
I've noticed that what's pretty common amongst a lot of decent Mario players is you're going to see a lot of just random thrown out up smashes. And you might think that really that's not safe, but it's if you space it correctly, you can find that it's not really something that you're going to be punished that often. But If you do it close enough and you do it often enough, people are going to catch on, and you are going to get destroyed.
Now, if you see this, Felton's trying to sit kind of towards the edge of the stage with his back to it, which is a little risky right now. He's definitely looking for that back throw to get the kill on Marth without having to work for it, like right there. The dangerous part about positioning like that is at 90%, especially with Marth's rage, is that you're opening yourself up to, just like that, a very early kill, whereas if he was in the center of the stage and that wasn't Tipper, his chance it would be killed.
Well, I've noticed that Felton throwing out his shield has been a little bit more safe than a lot of players, especially against the Marth. Throwing out your shield can be, I mean, not too punishable, considering he doesn't have that shield breaker now.
Yeah, and Marth's grab game is noticeably lacking compared to his neutral, so sitting in shield is actually very safe in this matchup, especially when she's picked this custom. I really like how Felton's using those neutral Bs against Marth. He's really just trying to interrupt his approach constantly. Like every time Dionysus gets an idea in his head, he eats another fireball, and it might only be 1 or 2%, but it keeps him back a little bit, and it forces him to kind of reevaluate how he's going to approach and what. So he's really getting into his head with this, and you can see Felton waiting for the approaches and then punishing them multiple occasions, which is really a great adaptation because we weren't seeing that earlier in the set.
Speaking of which, something that I just saw a moment ago, I'm not. Oh!
Wow! Oh my gosh, the fireball game's unfortunate suicide from Dionysus.
Something I noticed earlier is that Mari was throwing out fireballs. Dionysus was throwing out his side B. Looks like he got hit, but there's no stun there, so it almost seemed like his side B had some armor. It's interesting.
It also could be due to the fact that this custom fireball compared to the other ones has very, very low hit stun. So you can move very quickly after getting hit by it, which is something a lot of players don't realize. Like, look at that, it barely even stopped his jump. And so a big part of getting through the rushdown game is trying to watch the cooldowns of that and taking the hits and actually just still rushing in either way.
That was a little bit risky of a close fireball. It's something you want to be far away from when you use it. Otherwise, you can find yourself, you know, of course, with that low leg immediately destroyed. I've seen a lot of rolls.
Lots of double rolls, actually, from Felton.
Oh, no.
Felton with the troll forward smash, or forward air off stage. This is on stream, folks. Yes, this is tournament.
Hey, man, let him have his fun. He's just a little hungry.
Hey, you can have as much fun as you want.
That's the kind of player Felton is. He really doesn't do this for serious.
No, he really does. He's here just to play the game, play some smash.
Oh.
Very nice down smash, catches him with the back hit. I'm actually about to hop on stream, so I will see you later. We're going to get Spinner on here. Wish me luck.
All right, good luck to you, man.